Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your not even humble host, Eric, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Andrew Teedy and the totally misnamed Quiet Michael. Coming back with some funny memes, but first, the depressing. Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. News. It has been a hell of a week. Probably what's been most interesting is how the Biden administration lost so much political capital by having classified documents in their garage. That didn't go over well, and of course the right wing, who's just loving to latch onto whatever the iration of the day is, the outrage porn, the fear porn of the day, they latch onto it. So this week they've been talking about classified documents. Do you have a tag?
I want to jump in here.
Huh?
I want to jump in here. Yeah,
please.
I got to say something about this.
Yes.
I'm pro outrage about this.
Yeah, me too.
All right, keep going.
You know what I really like too is that Ilhan Omar said, "Yeah, investigate Biden, put him in cuffs."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yes." I got onto all my right wingers threads, and I was like, "Yes, do we all agree classified documents are bad, and anyone who stole them should be in cuffs and go to jail?" and the right wing response was, "Gas stoves, IRS, and I don't want to argue on here."
Yeah, investigate everybody who took classified documents home.
I'm
Fucking all of them.
I'm all
Trump,
for it.
Biden. Do it.
How about some good news at the beginning of the depressing news? That's amazing. Illinois governor signs a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. We made the CBS Evening News, CNN, everybody's talking about us. And you know what happens when everybody's talking about the Democrats in Illinois? Well, when we're talking about how, getting rid of semi-automatic weapons is going to save lives, that's right. Dozens of Illinois sheriffs vow to defy the governor's assault weapons ban. so yay, Fox News. That's
goddamn rest of Illinois.
But again, it's latching on to whatever the daily outrage is, and this is like custom made with a bow. The cool thing is it's already been done 9 other states. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You lose. We need it here too because of the dangerous cities in Illinois. Number 1, Harvey, Illinois.
Really? No shit.
Rockford, Springfield, Carbondale, Champaign. Number 5. Oh my God. Anyway, and I love that.
So, I just want to point out that I have lived in 2 of these cities. I should say 3. I should count Champaign, and disagree with the way they ordered this list.
Yeah.
Well, drop me off anywhere in Harvey at any time. Don't ever make me go back to Kankakee.
I'll tell you what, though, man. The crazy thing is the numbers on here are like per 100,000. There's only like 7,000 people in Harvey or some tiny little number like that. And one out of 64 people in Harvey is a victim of violent crime. I'm like, 1 out of 64. That's like, what are you crackers doing? Anyway,
that could just be one asshole. Like Harvey's small enough that could like a lot of that could just be like one fucking guy.
One guy
who just went on like a Grand Theft Auto run and punch.
Yeah.
And like
that's you know what? That's fun with math. Anyway, this is from 2015, and the numbers are different, so all of my pedantic friends posted lots of links. If you care, you can look on my page and find this post and find all of their delightful links. But I just thought it was hilarious to think about the fact that, boys, from the mean streets of East Central Illinois.
We are the boys from Illinois. We live in caves and ditches.
Mean
we scratch
streets.
Our ass with shards of glass and laugh because it itches.
Mean streets in East Central. That's all I can think, man. So the House is now in the control of the lunatics. Oh, my God. And the GOP voted on abolishing the IRS and federal income tax. That's right. You probably heard about how they're unhappy about the increase in funding to the IRS, which would help to catch tax cheats and billionaires who don't pay their taxes, which I think polls have shown we'd all like billionaires to pay their fucking taxes. I couldn't believe it either. If you want to see how thorough the brainwashing is, I was talking to two of my favorite conservatives the other day, and happened to mention, they said that Social Security is going to be insolvent in 2035. And I said, well, there's a really easy way to do that. There's a really easy way to fix that. Did you ever hear that? And they said, no, what's that? And I said, well, see, the thing is that you stop paying your 7.5% on Social Security at $80,000. Maybe it's like $150 in a household, you know what I mean? But you stop paying 7.5% at $80,000. So all you have to do is just if you make over $150,000 a year, keep paying 7.5%. That's it. So Elon Musk pays 7.5%. So Bezos pays 7.5% into his Social Security. It's really not that difficult of a concept. They pay the same percent as you. And the conservative response was, so Democrats just want to redistribute wealth.
Oh my God, dude! Why do you do this to yourself? You're gonna give yourself a fucking heart attack talking to these clowns.
Oh, but I love them so much. Anyway, I just thought it was fascinating, and as I say, it's very hard to take these guys seriously.
I love some conservatives too. We talk about sports.
Yeah, there you go. You know what my favorite topic is with conservatives? UFOs. Because nobody knows.
Yeah, they're right about those, and they're right about aliens too. They're right about the outer space aliens. They're wrong about the other ones.
Yeah, I love stuff. I love talking about stuff that is allegedly true and guaranteed no way for me to look it up. There's no fact checking involved. It's very relaxing. It's like you don't know anything, I don't know anything. Oh, glorious! Right on, man. Moving on. Hey, Kurt Eichenwald posts that a Brazilian news outlet is now reporting. On the record woman says she traveled with George Santos to the United States back in 2011 and that he drained her bank account and pawned her jewelry. George Santos is a just grade A con man, fraud, and thief. I mean, this is straight out of an episode of Burn Notice. Anyway, read as much of it. I translated it from the Portuguese. So for your edification, George Santos testimonials raise questions about Brazilian who invented a success story to be an elected deputy in the U.S. Every day, more people appear to be saying they were deceived by George, not only in the USA, but also in Brazil. Fantastic spoke with people who lived in the Brazilian accused of lying to be elected deputy in the United States. They talk about his personality. Sorry, bad translation. Bad Google. Bad. But just, my God. Just
wait, are you getting to his name yet?
Oh, George Santos?
Yeah, did you see this headline? Look it up real quick.
Where he used DeVolder as his other name? I know.
Yeah, I read that his name's not George Santos.
Well, here's all I'm saying is that, and I tell this to my conservative friends, I think you'll understand. I need to see the birth certificate. I don't want to I don't want him in power. I need to see the birth certificate. I hate to join the birthers, but it's fair play. Here we are.
I might be going full Alex Jones here, but do I believe in lizard people now?
I know, right? Here's one of the things that's hilarious too, guys. You know that I have difficulty talking with certain parts of my family about certain politics. Well, this gentleman represents Long Island. Where some of my favorite loved ones live that probably voted for this guy. And I gotta talk about how he's not Christian and he's gay married or whatever. I think he lied about being gay too because he used to be regular married. Oh Lord, which is they're all pro-choice or they're all pro-life until it's time to vote for Herschel Walker. And they're all anti-gay until it's time to vote for George Santos because it's just all about power. It's just all.
Just want to point out here, Facebook for the Blind believes that gay married is regular married.
Sure.
Back to you guys.
Word.
Bitch.
Hey, call me what you want. I've been called worse by better.
All right. Yeah. So the classified documents thing has reminded me of a very old thing that popped up. I just want to remind everybody, 3 weeks after sexual harassment allegations first emerged against Senator Al Franken, a wave of Democratic senators called for his resignation, and he resigned. Leanne Tweeden, a conservative talk radio host, had accused him. Let's think about that just for a second. Conservative talk show host accused him. Democratic senators cleaned their own house. Al Franken resigned. Things work very differently between the two parties, and I cannot see the equivalence. And I'm tired of pretending that there is. And I'm disgusted at our media. It's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. Here's the other thing, too, man. Progressives permitted that passage of the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill without the assurance that their bigger prize, Build Back Better, the package on climate, family, health provisions, that would become law, too. They gave up. They were like, oh, we'll do it later. They should have held out and used their power exactly the way the MAGA reps are doing right now. And people were like, oh, well, Pelosi and Schumer lied to them. They couldn't do anything about it. And I was like, no. We are looking at people doing it. Do not tell me they can do nothing. They can not only do exactly what these pricks in red hats are doing right now, they could probably even come up with a third option that's more palatable and ethical. There are all kinds of options, but I disallow they could do nothing about it. This is just the two sides playing different games, and it's irritating me because the GOP's radical plan to end inflation is to default Thursday by not passing the debt limit, by not renewing the debt ceiling, and causing a global depression. This is the big GOP plan. Now, granted, it's just just an opinion piece in the Times of San Diego, but sure, why not? These people are terrorists. So, and the funny thing is, too, is barely anyone's talking about this, which is why I had to go to the Times of San Diego for this freaking opinion. So,
stay classy.
I know, I'm tripping out. But you know why we're not talking about it? Because the big story is that a married police officer in Tennessee had on-duty sex with her male colleagues at the station on company time. Last night there was quite a bit of humor about this. I believe eight police officers have now been dismissed, and there was a lot of slut shaming going on, to be honest with you. And
yeah, I gotta say something about this too. You go, Eric. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, hey, I just got up there after Jake Yeager did his bit about everybody slamming on officers, husband and everything else, and I said, let me summarize what Jake said and just point this out. Lady cop knows what she wants, living her best life, had a lot of sex, no longer a cop, no notes.
Look, here's the thing. Of all the things that police officers do on the clock.
Right.
Of all the things they do, them having sex with each other consensually is the last thing on my list that I want to put a stop to. Like, get after it. Abso-fucking-lutely. Help yourselves. Yep. You know what? In fact, while you're at it, just stop stealing our money and stop fucking killing people. Just keep having sex parties. Actually, cops would be cool if they just had sex parties. Like, if this was all they did, I would be like, not sure why we pay for it, but okay. It's fine. I wouldn't be saying abolish them at all. I'd be like, some people who really like to have sex and become cops, and they just do that all day, and that would be fine with me.
Yeah. Porn stars, cops, lots of careers for people with that kind of thing going on.
Whatever. Yeah.
And the slogan says to protect and serve. It doesn't say what kind of service.
Right. That could mean protect. It could be like protection and serve.
Just tell the next cop I see, man, why don't you go back to the station and just go service each other?
With some protection.
Always use a prophylactic.
So, I gotta tell you what, man. Gotta tell you what, man. Barely, there was barely any depressing news in here, and we are already to the cute animal closer. Illinois family heard a noise in their garage. Turned out to be an endangered ring-tailed lemur. That's right, King Julian. Look at King Julian here. King Julian ring-tailed lemur. So anyway, he is back at the zoo, and he is going to be reunited because lemurs, especially ring-tailed lemurs, are very social animals, and they don't like to be running around the prairie in winter by themselves. So
Dude,
ringtone
I would
lemur.
fucking lose it if I saw that.
I know, he looks so cute. Terrible pets. They bite constantly. Just terrible. They just want to hang out with other lemurs. They want no part of your monkey business. They want their monkey business. And that has been the news for Facebook for the Blind for January 17th, 2023. And now on to my lovely co-host, Michael Labune, with some funny memes.
Hey everybody, I'm Quiet Michael, and this is my big long round one. Big long round one. This is just a picture of like I don't even know, some 8-bit fucking character with gloves and boots on.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Thank you. And it says, "That's a nice argument. Unfortunately, I had sexual intercourse with your mother." This is, by the way, Eric, this is how I argue with people on Facebook. Just try this next time.
Memes you can
really
use.
hard.
I will steal that
You'll
and
win.
use it later.
My next meme comes from Roxana Dineshu, MD, PhD. And she says, "My friend sent me this, and I don't know the source, but I can't stop laughing." And it's 2 pictures. One of a little dragon character with big puppy dog eyes. And it's one in the left picture, it's smiling. And in the right picture, it's sad. And it says, the quote that it's saying is, "Everyone on my floor is coding." And the smiling dragon, that's a software engineer saying that. "Everyone on my floor is coding." The sad one is a doctor. That's a fun little healthcare meme.
That is fun.
Cade the First, at Cade the First. He says, touching his circumcision scar. "Promise me you'll stop for me."
What?
No? I cropped this too soon. The headline of this was like, no, you misunderstood.
Yeah, I do. Still misunderstanding.
Oh shit. Okay. Glow fuck yourself. Friend of the show, Glow fuck yourself. Glow fuck yourself. We love what you're doing over there. Glow fuck yourself. It's a picture of a guy who's well, let me just say this. It says, "When God isn't answering your prayers, show up at his door." And it's just a close-up of a picture of a guy just chugging a tiny little bottle that says LSD. Hey! The other 98% has a picture of George Santos with a funny-looking wig on, like an Elvis wig on, and he's got his fingers touching in front of his chest, and it says, "With the passing of Lisa Marie, George Santos now realizes he must carry the burden of being Elvis Presley's only remaining child." Trash Can Paul, friend of the show. Let's just be honest. Family member of the show.
True.
Trash Can Paul.
Yes.
If you're not following Trash Can Paul, you probably don't have a record. It's a picture of the globe, and it says, picture of the globe, Canada, United States, the whole world. It says, "Dudes be like, I hate country music. My brother in Christ, where else are they supposed to make it?" Fucking
That is the
Trash
best
Can.
country music joke I have ever heard.
We'll see you at the Hoedown, Trash Can. Salad Days, friend of the show, Salad Days. Love the music, love your vibe, your fucking punk rock. Keep it going. And there's a picture of donuts, a donut case, and there's a padlock over it, and a sign that says, "We will be happy to serve you from behind. Thank you. Please ask." Because it sounds like sex, fellas. Okay, moving on. This is a conversation between me and my nurse. Me. "So what disease do I have?" Nurse. "You have Alzheimer's. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing." Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. Feisty Soul Tribe. This comes from Meme Lord Mary. Says, "She's just a girl with a big butt searching for a man who cannot lie." And I'm sorry, that's Feisty Soul Tribe, the group. And I think this is my last meme for this round. Last meme for my big long round one. Fuck Jerry. friend of the show, fuck Jerry. Fuck Jerry. We weren't cool back in the day, but you're above board now. We're cool. Fuck Jerry. Has a picture of this guy wearing a blue shirt reading a book. And he's bald on top, and his hair's like long where he has hair. He's wearing glasses. Look, I don't know what to say about the guy. He just looks like a guy. And it says, "Sorry, ladies, I'm already like a brother to someone else." Move along. And that's it for my round one. On to you, TD.
Hey, everybody. It is time for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, patented, one-of-a-kind, short round one. All right, starting off, yeah, Eric kind of talked on it a little bit, but leave it to the veterans to take it to a whole nother level. Disgruntled Veterans of America, acquaintance of the show. It just says, "I'm off from work today, so I have nothing but time on my hands," and it's a little nine panel, and it's all pictures of police officers and a female police officer and even a dog. And it's the female that's being dragged through the mud and just says, "Your wife." And then there's a picture of a cop, the guy she's dating, so on and so forth. The guy she's banging, the guy she's banging, the guy she's banging, all the way to the dog, the guy she's banging, and then you, and it's her poor fucking husband, looking so clueless. Yeah.
Moving on. It's rough week. Rough week.
This is the wholesome round, by the way.
Wholesome round.
All right,
Gringo
CTM just says this now my side hustle, and it's a guy with eggs, and he's got them 3 to a baggie, and he's got money, and he just slinging eggs, and not in the Waffle House sense.
Oh,
2 for 1, baby. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Josh Burt. He has a picture of a guy holding a jewelry case, and there's an egg in it. It says, "He went to Kroger."
For our listeners, eggs are really fucking expensive right now. That's the.
I gotta say, I've never seen an egg in an engagement ring box, though. This is gold right here.
Now you have, my friend.
It's good.
You're welcome.
You know, it's funny too. That looks like girls' fingernails. Those are pretty nice for a boy.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't even look like he chews on them or nothing. All right. Next up, sometimes I crack myself up. All right. Will Gates, aka Billy the Pooh, guy I know, says 1987. This is your brain on drugs. 2023. You can't afford the egg. The gas stove is being outlawed, and the only thing you can get is the drugs. And it's the classic 80s commercial of a person frying an egg in a cast iron skillet.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's true. Like you can't afford the eggs, and it's easier to get weed.
Yeah, this is your brain on drugs. That guy's wasting an egg. You'll waste eggs. You won't even eat them.
I don't like them.
I love eggs. I'll take your egg. I'll take TD's eggs.
You can have them. All right, moving on. Gringo CTM once again. It just says, "Me fighting my demons with whiskey," and it's this big tidal wave, like I believe this is a Japanese style painting, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's this big tidal wave, and it says, "Me fighting my demons with whiskey," and then it just says, "My demons," and it's this weird little red devil dude with kind of a weird face, squatting down with his arms out and looking like he's about ready to poop, and he's riding this like demon catfish thingy. And yeah, that's my demons.
I like it.
They love the whiskey.
Word.
They do. Demons do surf on whiskey. That's fucking.
Oh yeah, that's their bread and butter.
Do you guys have Beach Boys in your head? Because I'm getting Surfing USA. I don't know.
Only sung by Ozzy Osbourne though.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I know, right? Okay. Canfo.com has a picture of a van here, and they appear to be wickedcampers.com, and it just says, it's spray paint on the back. It says, "Weed is not a drug. It's a plant. I'm not a dealer. I'm a florist."
Yeah.
I dig it.
I dig it.
some good logic, man. Fuck
I mean,
that.
yeah,
Probably
he's
say the
not
same thing about
wrong.
opium.
And
Cocaine. You could say about so much.
All right, finally wrapping up my short round one here today. It's a picture of Eeyore looking like Eeyore. It just says Eeyore being all depressed, even though he lived in a magical forest with all of his caring friends, should have told us more about how mental health illness works than it actually did. I watched Winnie the Pooh all the time, and I still got whammied by that shit.
Dude, I love Eeyore.
And I connected with Eeyore when I was 6, bro.
Dude,
that should have told me something right there.
I was right there, man. I'm just like
right here, this guy, Piglet,
yeah.
fucking scared of everything.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the things that got me was this week, man, I had an absolutely joyous Monday. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had this great day, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'm going to be so depressed to balance this out. You can't even enjoy it. All right, on to my round one, the wholesome round on Facebook for the Blind. Round one. Oh, and I actually scientifically looked at how many like hits I got on stuff to see the wholesome stuff. Not too many people making the jokes about Greta Thunberg taking down this guy, Andrew Tate. I guess there's no new information on that. But Greta did get arrested in a coal protest in Germany, so she's still super cool. Elon jokes, a lot of Elon jokes, but they sort of gotten knocked by the wayside. Remember when he was waking up and knocking over 4 cans of Diet Coke to get to his gun because he thought he heard a union forming in his hallway? Yeah, Elon's hilarious. And one of my big ones still, my super duper too many, is this thing about the song that was number one on your 23rd birthday is how your 2023 will play out. And I still think it's funny because mine was Informer by Snow. So I think that's pretty fun. All right, wholesome round. So here's something wholesome. My buddy Mike passed along a digital sundial. No electricity involved. Look at this cool thing. It's just a plastic, like, sort of a, how would you express that? Sort of a loaf of bread shape, perhaps, with some slices in it. And if you look at the shadow on the ground, it says 1420. I can tell the time right there. I don't have to know anything special at all. Just a compass and a piece of plastic. Anyway, I'm getting the plans for this. I'm going to print one. So how wholesome is that? A digital sundial. Thought it was pretty cool. This week, as we talked about, a lot of people were bitching about gas stoves. And friend of the show, Meg Slay, passed along what Democrats should be going after. Wall Street, pollution, picture of pollution. And Kylie Jenner, like... it was some guy at an airport, and there's 2 jets there and a limousine, and it says, you want to take your jet or mine? It's like, yeah, we should be fighting that. And instead it says, what the media says Democrats are going after. Gas stoves! Gas stoves! Anywho. This is from Emzar Service Dogs and posted from the LOL file. Picture of a hand sitting up there, and each one of the fingers is sort of talking, and there's little word bubbles, and the thumb says, I show approval, and the pinky says, I'm used for special promises, and the index finger says, I'm number 1, and the ring finger says, I wear a ring that symbolizes love, and real quiet middle finger is like, this is awkward.
No. Middle finger is my favorite. I love you, middle finger.
Aww. This one I think is pretty lovely. Somebody took like some nuclear bunker, and in Star Wars Always reposted that they had taken this concrete dome shape and they made it into an R2-D2. Look at that. They put he's got his little leg shoulders, his little, I don't know what you call R2-D2 parts, and his little telescopic eye up there on top, and they painted him all good. He's like, that's as big as a school bus. A short bus. But yeah. Beautiful that's R2-D2. Awesome. So nice. For whatever reason, Christmas season, this one was going around from It's a Wonderful Life. Dr. Handsome at Soviet Disco posted, the reason It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, holds up so well is that George's line, you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000, has somehow not aged even slightly.
Right?
This is an interesting one for fans of oh my God, I forgot. Smashing Pumpkins. Chicago's own. It's a Smashing Pumpkins logo with the angel coming out of a star, and in the same font it says, "Despite all my rage, I am still just Nicolas Cage." And actually, see Nicolas Cage's face is in there. Despite all my rage, I am still just Nicolas Cage. Speaking of themes of the show, here's a picture of Mr. Rogers in a very comfortable-looking zip-up sweater. It says, Mr. Rogers was a Presbyterian minister, yet for 40 years he taught children about love, compassion, respect, and kindness without invoking God, Jesus, or the Bible. Mr. Rogers, friend of the show.
Family of the show.
Family of the show. Foundational.
Father of the show.
Proto-show host. Recently, I've discovered in Philosophical Thoughts, who posts under Philo Thoughts, Bertrand Russell, always a fan of Bertrand Russell, but this quote was good. In everything, power lies with those who control finance, not with those who know the matter upon which the money is to be spent. Thus, the holders of power are, in general, ignorant and malevolent, and the less they exercise their power, the better. Bertrand Russell. Friend of the show, Bertrand Russell. Thanks for all the cards and letters, Bertrand. Friend of the show, Jessica Fox at Hello Jessica Fox says, the universe is born, 13.8 billion years pass, 200 billion trillion stars are born. A band of murderous monkeys on a rock circling one of the stars says, we must be the reason for all of this. Shortly after, the monkeys blow themselves up. The
fucking rock and roll.
Can we hurry up with that whole explosion thing?
And last but not least, I posted this one to you guys because I couldn't even figure out. We have a chubby white man in a black t-shirt that reads, I'm a dad, that runs on Jesus Cornhole.
What?
It's one of them thinkers. That's what that is right there.
That's just so odd in so many levels. It's like
right?
a redneck parfait, just so many layers.
Yep. I am at a loss, gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Nat. Show Kenneth, and we are now into round 2.
All right. Here we go for my regular number 2, Trash Can Paul. There's a picture of this man. He's wearing a black button-up shirt and a tan cowboy hat. He's got long hair sticking out the back of his cowboy hat. You can see he's got a mustache and an unlit cigarette hanging from his lips. And it says, me, after telling a group of Silver Lake feminists that mansplaining is short for man explaining.
That's a bad scene, man. That is a bad scene.
History for the Witty 2.0 has this picture of a pope. This looks like a legitimate old painting. It's a picture of a pope with a dragon on a leash, and it just says, John hated take your dragon to work day. And you look at his face, he looks rather unhappy. He's rolling his eyes. Ugh. This is from Slate, friend of the show, Slate, at Please Be Nice. Dentist, open wide. Me, smiles. Dentist, not your arms. Me, frowns. All right, look, we're going to walk through this. This is pretty important. Friend of the show, friend of ours, Kyle Kinane.
Yo, Kyle!
Kyle Kinane's name on Twitter with the blue check mark is Elon Musk. For serious, I'm totally him. the him in that is hilarious to me. And his picture is that of one Jeff Bezos. So Kyle Kinane, whose Twitter name is Elon Musk, says, I am Elon Musk. If you go see Kyle Kinane at Wise Guys Las Vegas, I promise to sign your tits in the Hyperloop. And Tina Moon at Saint Pastor Moon, who we do not know.
No.
Tina, we don't know you. Says you are not the real at Elon Musk. Not telling you the oh so many reasons I know you're lying. Polish your own turd. Run a fan page, but don't pretend to be someone you can only dream of being. And a friend of the show, Justin McKenzie, replies with, we got ourselves a real life Nancy Drew here. And Kyle Kinane retweets Tina Moon and says, "Prove it. Use Christ." Okay. All right, listen, what we have here is a picture of a, would you just glance at it, you see it's a picture of a really, really serious concert. Everybody's running into the pit. It looks like a pretty rough show. And then when you see what band is this, you look on the stage, it says The Wiggles. And it's the Wiggles. Someone has put the Wiggles with this crowd. And it says, "All right, motherfuckers, this next one's called Fruit Salad." At Llama LNA Tux says, guy who invented the clock, "There will be 12 numbers on it. Friend. So the day will be divided into 12 segments. Inventor. No, 24. Friend. So the day will start at 1. Inventor. The day will start at the 12, which is at night." The friend is dumbfounded. The inventor says, "The 6 means 30.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, this is from Jonathan Murden. Do you guys remember this painting? It was supposedly a painting. Somebody was supposed to restore a painting of Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
They did such a terrible job of it that it just looks like an ape. Really, it just looks like a weird, like badly drawn ape. So anyway, here's a picture on the left of that very poorly drawn ape that's supposed to be Jesus. And next to it is like very famous Immaculate Heart of Jesus painting. And Jonathan Burden says, "You versus the guy she told you not to worry about." I think I have 1 or 2 more memes. 2 more for this round. Trash Can Paul is back. Says, so nobody speaks. And then it says, "Southern boys fixing to do something stupid." And you see it's from Lord of the Rings. What's this guy's name?
Aragorn.
And he's looking right at the camera, and he's wearing a black hat with a number 3. This is Southern boys fixing to do something stupid. He looks at the camera, wearing a black hat with the number 3, and he says, "For Dale." And then he runs into a whole army of orcs. For Dale. Yeah, you know it's going down when they say "for Dale," isn't that right, TD?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that tracks.
Praise hell, praise Dale. And Ahmed Holland Friends says, "Cashier, the self-checkout is available. Me, I don't work here." And then there's a picture of a very, very fancy dog with a hat, glasses, and a diamond collar. I don't work here. And I do want to say that I don't know why I have a job at Walmart now, but every fucking time I go there, I have to work. And I really do miss not working at Walmart. On to you, TD.
2 things. 1, Trixie is very jealous of that pampered dog. 2, do you get your employee discount when you work at Walmart?
Goddamn right I do.
Okay.
When I bag my own stuff at Walmart, I get all kinds of discounts.
That's it, exactly.
I'm sorry. Did you see how Walmart was dressed? Asking for it.
Look, here's my thing. If you don't like the way I ring it up, fire me.
Yeah.
Fucking fire me, and I'll just gladly let someone else ring it up.
Yeah, I remember back before the pandemic when they were like, "Oh, if you workers want more money, we'll just get robots." Uh-huh. You are full of it. I call your bluff.
Yeah, instead you making me try to ring up something. I ain't got no training on how to weigh up bananas.
No.
Look, I'm ringing those bananas up wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Nobody trained me how to do it. It's always $1.16, no matter how many there are.
at a store that I'm not going to mention, Meyer. We used to get ground coffee, but ringing it up as a half a dozen donuts. A half a dozen plain donuts is significantly cheaper than a pound of fresh ground coffee.
Dude, this time but with eggs.
Right. Life hack. Oh my God, there's a meme going around. It shows an entire fridge full of eggs, like all the side compartments just loaded, and it says, "I've been pocketing 5 to 6 eggs at every store in town."
I love it.
Looting. They're looting and just taking the eggs.
Peaceful anarchy. Peaceful anarchy.
Okay, I think we have the title. It's Eggs. The Eggs episode.
Yeah.
Lady Cop Eggs. Lady Cop Eggs. All right, going on.
I want to go home. Okay. Your childhood is ruined. Friend of the show. Your childhood is ruined. Post a picture of it, like one of those little golden books that every kid in America had a bunch of and loved. And it just says Walt Disney, Winnie the Pooh, explosive diarrhea. And it's Pooh holding on to his balloon floating up. And sure enough, his whole backside and arms and legs just covered in this nasty brown stuff. I think he pooed himself. That's why they call him Winnie the Pooh.
This is one of my favorite books as a child.
I can see that.
Oh, bother.
Think. All right, moving on. I do that all the time. I walk around the house just punching myself saying think. Okay, Harley Mortetson, guy I know, post this meme of a dude I'm guessing is probably, we'll be about $4 roughly. And it says, fattest man in the world back in 1890. People paid money to see him. And then someone else commented, that's not even the fattest guy I've seen this evening. And I've been at home all day. Yeah, like if that's the fattest dude in the world, I'm in the top 10.
We have much better technology now.
Much better drive-throughs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you get to see more than just like the people in your county. How did they measure who is the fattest in the world in 1890, dude? They weren't coming up the hill. I guarantee you they weren't coming up the hill in Searcy County, Arkansas. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, this dude is not from the Midwest, because we grow him way bigger than this guy.
I just watched.
He lived in the city.
Oh yeah, that dude's got Long Island written all over him.
Yeah. I'm betting he's got a pillow. That's a fat suit. He's got a pillow on under that, man.
No.
That's a fat guy. That's a fat guy.
Oh, he's a fat guy. He's a fat guy. But see, in The Greatest Showman, they took some fat guy and they stuck a pillow in there, and now he's the world's fattest guy. He's the fattest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Martin, that's
but that's a legit fupa. If you look at that picture, that dude's rocking a serious
that could
fupa.
be that. Look, I now
that is not a duvet. That is not a little pillow.
Maybe. Look at those pants. Those are padded. Look at those.
I think that just means he's from Germany, actually.
Padded knickers were big in Germany in the 1890s. I challenge.
Look,
no, man.
That's
Bavaria, dude. That's Bavaria.
I don't care if that pillow is organic or synthetic. He looks cozy.
He does. He does look like a guy you just want to like snuggle the fuck up with.
It's true.
Like cupping season has arrived.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna have a problem finding anybody.
He's like, I know where I'm going for the winter.
I'm
gonna nuzzle up to this bear.
Who's coming with Big Daddy?
TD's like a bear and a bear chaser. It's like just sort of all in one. The total package.
Kenneth, not only would he be the big spoon, he'd be the whole ladle.
All right.
We spent too much time on Senor Big Boy.
I don't know, man. Apparently we're into it.
No, we are definitely into it.
Hey.
All right, Jesse K's posed, if baseball really wanted to get exciting, they let a celebrity throw at the last pitch. Bases loaded, here's Danny DeVito.
Nice.
Or better yet, bases loaded. We got a 1-run lead. Here comes the corn kid.
Oh man,
dude! I don't like baseball, but I would tune in to watch the last pitch by Danny DeVito. That's
bro.
Just because, like,
right?
once in a while, something
Perfect.
wild would happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, once in a while, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Could you
Most of the
imagine
time, they
being the
wouldn't
guy
make
that
it
hit
to
a
the.
home? Could you imagine being the guy that hit a 480-foot home run off Danny DeVito?
I mean, I can imagine that.
Can you imagine Danny DeVito getting hit with a 485 mile per hour?
He would explode into a cloud of rainbow fairy dust, and it would be awesome.
I get an image.
Somebody
of him
hit it
like,
right back at him.
Right?
I bet he dodged it. I bet he dodges it.
I bet he'd catch it with one hand and say, fuck you.
I bet he rides it like an exercise ball.
I like how LeBune and I were trying to turn Danny DeVito into the next Chuck Norris, and you just brought him right back down to earth.
Yeah.
He's magic.
Moving on.
Moving on. We've made fun of poor DeVito. Glow fuck yourself. No, these are actually a gift from our co-host, Quiet Michael here. Any of you guys that know wrestling will find this hilarious. If not, I'll explain in a moment. It says, I photoshopped John Cena into some of my favorite movies. And it's that stupid scene from Joker where he's dancing on the stairs and he's the only one there. But John Cena's whole gimmick for 20 fucking years he'd wave his hand in front of his face and say, you can't see me. So the internet said, fine, you're fucking invisible. So there's no one there with fucking Joker. And in fact, if you go to the next picture, we'll just keep it going. It's still live Photoshop John Cena in some of my favorite movies. There you got the 5 Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and fucking Cena in the front. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not a big I like John Cena the person. The character drove me nuts for 2 decades.
Listen, what I want to say is this frustrated the shit out of me when I first saw it, because I was like, I don't see him, and then I was like, go ahead, and I was like, there's like 5 of these fucking things, and I was like, this just looks like the movie. Like, I don't see him, and then I remembered my childhood. You can't see me. I was like, oh god damn it, fucking John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the internet has ruined me.
Oh, clearly.
Moving on. Crazy for Coffee, friend of mine especially. I love plants that do things. All right, Crazy for Coffee. It's got a coffee mug staring at a bag of coffee and a bag of decaf coffee behind him, and he's staring at that bag of coffee going, "You make coffee." And in the second picture, he's looking all pissed, looking at the decaf bag going, "You make dirty water."
You make water boring.
And I, unfortunately, as a household that's been forced to convert to decaf coffee due to health issues, I fucking feel this.
What? Oh my!
Oh yeah, because of our heart surgeries.
I had no idea you were in
Damn.
withdrawal.
We still we do decaf at home. If we go outside the building, we are not responsible if they put caffeine in our coffee.
Oh, I'd be out of the building every day. I'm an addict. Sorry.
No, I do. We tried decaf soda. That didn't last but about a couple weeks.
Sure.
But yeah. All right, moving on. This is getting depressing. House of Geekiness reposed a picture from JD. And it's the classic meme format of the 2 ladies yelling at the asshole cat at the table. But if you look closely, the 2 ladies are those blue Na'vi things from the movie Avatar. And they're screaming, "You need to watch Avatar." And then the cat is over there and he's got his little cloak on with the yellow collar and he's got a blue arrow on his head. Says, "I did." Because he watched the right Avatar, Last Airbender, that wonderful cartoon, not the M. Night Shyamalan movie. We don't mention that shit.
Very nice, very nice. Deep cut.
Deep cut. For my nerds. All right,
damn right. On. That's the right Avatar.
Pixie and Brutus, it says, when your friend is annoying, but you've learned to accept them, and it's a goat wearing a sweater standing on the head of a fucking capybara that may or may not be conscious.
That capybara is enormous. That is the largest capybara I've ever seen in my life.
It's bigger than my dogs, and I have big dogs.
It's like the size of a sheep. It's the size of a sheep, and that goat is the size of a cat.
And it's just standing on his head, staring at him like, "What you gonna do, motherfucker?" In his cozy little sweater. And that capybara gives 0 fucks. Not a fuck within a mile of that capybara.
That's
whatever he's on. I want like a pound of it.
This picture's gonna haunt my dreams, TD.
Hey, it's what I do, man. Hey, I'm not afraid to cross that line. I will go controversial. Goats on capybaras, baby.
For the record, Facebook for the Blind is very pro capybara. I want you, just so we're clear.
I just want to point out that this might be the most protected goat ever.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gets to fuck with that baby goat.
Yeah. Do you want to go to fuck with the basically, cousin of a rat that's the size of like a sheepdog, a freaking Saint Bernard?
I kind of feel like the other baby goats made fun of this goat for that sweater, though. That little sweater vest. They didn't let it play any little baby goat, dear games. And then
elitist fucking goats.
And then he ran up to capybara to escape. But
and that capybara's like, I got you, Pip.
There you go.
I'll fuck him up later.
Nice.
I got your back. All right, moving on. That was wholesome. All right, moving on.
Wrong round.
I know, right? I can never get it right, man. I can never get it right. Alexander David Tyus, friend of mine from back in the day, repost dad jokes, and it's just as me. I train this chicken to talk. Her, let's see. Me, what's a male deer? Chicken. Buck. Me, how much is 200 pennies? Chicken. Buck, buck. Her, this is stupid. Me, it gets better. Chicken. It gets way better, Susan. I wish I had a nice little tag to put on that, but the chicken just summed it up. It gets better, Susan.
So funny. Oh my god. I want that chicken in my act.
Right? The darker side of science says Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, jellyfish, done. Muhammad Ali then continues to say, sting like a bee, jellyfish, I am nailing this. And then someone else, and John C's, I can't really pronounce all that. Anyway.
Sweet Manbrosia.
Thank you. Just as Bruce Lee, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Jellyfish, I cannot be any more mindless or we're like water. Like, yeah, these great men of the 20th century were talking about a fucking jellyfish.
Do you know jellyfish might be some of my spirit animals? I'm not sure.
There's so many layers that we could take that on. Besides, I'm gonna let that sleeping dog lie. Moving on.
Oh crap.
You're good, buddy. All right, I am Awesome Sauce. Just says, and this is my last one for the round 2, by the way. I should have mentioned that. I am Awesome Sauce says, we all deserve Oscars for our stunning performances as high-functioning humans in a crumbling fucking society.
Yeah, that's true. Where's my trophy? Where's my parade? That's what I agree.
Shit, I don't want a trophy. I just want I want Tom Hanks's paycheck for this movie he just did, I Am Otto, A Man Called Otto. Because he made bank.
Oh, yeah. I told you I crashed his brother's house, right? I crashed a party.
Yes. I still will use that story sometimes. Like, well, yeah, I know a guy that crashed Tom Hanks's brother's party.
You know what? I think I want to put that on my bucket list now. Like, I'm still working out my goals for 2023, but I think I'd like to use the bathroom in like a lot of stars' siblings' houses.
Oh, there you go. No, that's a noble goal, sir.
It's eminently doable.
Yeah, noble but achievable.
And
I know this guy. I know this guy was doing some work on a church in Beecher, and I think it was Beecher, and Beecher, Illinois. And he's in the basement having a piss. And then next thing he knows, there's another guy in the bathroom there, and it was kind of weird because it wasn't like a Sunday or nothing, so he was like the only one in the church, he thought, or just like a few people around. And then this guy just goes, oh man, you're going to be surprised that it's me. And the guy was like, what the fuck? Who would say that to me? And he turned around and it was Tom Hanks.
Oh, no shit.
And,
oh, shit.
Yes. Yeah. What he said was that Tom Hanks was there. They were filming Road to Perdition.
Okay.
And they're like using those old country roads and shit out around Beecher, Illinois. And he just fucking had to have a piss, and that, you know, that was around, and it was better than walking into a gas station or something. So he's like,
that's great.
Yeah, just met Tom Hanks, the pisser of a basement of a church, on like a Tuesday.
Dude, that reminds me. I think it was Janine Garofalo had a story about getting put up in a house in Ireland, and she was like in the middle of the night. You know, she's staying in this little village, and, you know, people don't even lock their doors. Well, in the middle of the night, someone came in the door. She's like looking around, trying to find like, you know, some kind of shillelagh to clunk this guy over the head, you know, and then, you know, she just hears the door close. Just, you know, yeah, it's just the way of the village in Ireland there. Step in and have a piss. It sounded very similar.
Yeah, it was probably somebody drunk coming back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, of course, you know, it's not like you're going to leave a note.
That sounds stereotypical, but accurate.
Yeah, I know, I like it. All right, we are now to round 2, and I'm wrapping up round 2, the irreverent round. I usually, this one came across my feed today from the Goodwill Librarian. This is a display in a bookstore with a sign that reads, large print audiobooks.
Wait, what?
The Goodwill Librarian captions it, narrating, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times."
And stupid.
Call me Ishmael, damn it.
I posted this on our library website, and I said, we will not be adding this section. All right. Well, I think some of the stuff that we talked about the most was our Tennessee cop. And I got to tell you, I like this little 4-panel here, which is the confused reporter, Jonathan Swan. You remember the Tangerine Tornado handed him a piece of paper, and he looked at it and squinted and furrowed his brow. Do you remember this interview? Anyway, the confused reporter, Jonathan Swan 4-panel, except that in this one, it says, when you see the meme before you see the headlines. And he's being handed a piece of paper. He's squinting at it. It's a picture of our officer from our Tennessee lady cop stories. And then he's just going, huh? Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt today. Hearing all these jokes. But we got a 2-panel here. We got Jeremy Renner, who's all banged up and in the hospital with an oxygen tube up his nose. And it says, no one can get plowed harder than me, because he got hit by a snowplow. And then we have a picture of the Tennessee lady cop saying, hold my beer. I can get plowed harder. Okay. We're on to the next one. We have a truck, that 2-panel in the truck that says on the back stencil, I eat ass. And then we see our Tennessee lady cop, and then she says, do you know why I pulled you over? No, really?
Notice the cleavage. It's not only the lady cop, but she's flashing cleavage.
It's sort of a lady cop in like one of those cop outfits you would rent at a hoochie outfit for your strip show tonight. Anyway, yeah. You know why I pulled you over? I don't know. I eat ass. Okay, this is a 4-panel. This is the Anakin Padme 4-panel. We have our Tennessee lady cop saying, I can take on the whole squad at once. And Anakin says, in a fight, right? She just smiles blankly. He says, in a fight, right? Okay, this is the Crystal Methodist Church of Longview posting a picture of Our Lady Cop. Says, please welcome our new head of church security, Megan Hall. She comes to us from a very hard service at her local police department. Her resume is stellar, from taking down 5 guys at once to mastery with handcuffs. Look for Megan on her knees behind the chapel every Sunday morning. We know Assistant Pastor Heath said he would be there personally guiding her.
Just for the record, I think it's just really important to say that her having sex with a whole bunch of people, not why I don't like her. That's that's not my problem with her. It's the uniform she wears. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we should be cop shaming her, not slut shaming her.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
All right, I'm cutting back to my original punchline because I still love it. Lady cop knows what she wants, has lots of sex, no longer a cop, no notes. Living her best life. That's like 8 less Tennessee cops. I mean, how can you see that as anything but a good thing?
Yeah.
This one is captioned, they told me to collect DNA, so I did. That's the briefest one I've got.
Oh God.
This was a response that I saw in a lot of these threads. It's just a picture of female police officer. It says, female police officers, so hot right now. I honestly wanted to go to the analytics on Pornhub just to see what I already knew. So hot right now. This one is a 5-panel of the cops in the Tennessee force, in the Laverne, Tennessee police force, and it says, when you take excessive force to a whole new level.
Oh.
Married police officer fired for sleeping with half the department, some while on duty. Picture of the 5 in question, and then there's also like a picture of a janitor Skeletor in prison for some reason, and a K9 unit. So, yeah, half the department. This one is a picture of a beehive, a lot of bees climbing all around. It says the queen honeybee has sex with an average of 17 to 20 males in a single afternoon, just like your mom. And one of the responses to this that I thought was wild was a panel from, this is my last one, a panel from the Little Caesars official page on Facebook. And it says, hello, I bought a pizza today and I've got a complaint. Hello, please describe the problem. And there's a picture of the Little Caesars pizza with pepperoni spelling out, your mom is a whore.
I'm just impressed they used the right your.
Right? Oh, this is a literate joke. But my favorite part is that Little Caesar's response, what the fuck? And I'd like to say that is the kind of customer service I would like from my pizza place if I happen to find this in my thing. All right. Michael, you're up.
All right. Here we go. Round 3, penultimate round. Taking over, and Bad News Jim. Just getting to know Bad News Jim. A picture of some anime show I haven't seen. And this girl, she's looking back at a cloaked figure, and she says, there's a bump here, so please watch your step. And then the very next scene is just her tripping over the bump she just warned him about and starting to fall down. This is me every single day. This is a picture of a Nokia, old school Nokia phone. And it says, hello, my name is Tom Riddle. I see you have found my Nokia. Good luck destroying this Horcrux.
That's so smart.
That involves you knowing so many geeky details.
Yeah, I know. This is memes, friend of the show memes. In fact, I'd say we wouldn't have a show without memes. And it's from, the first one is Unusual Queen. And memes is sharing this exchange. Unusual Queen says, if men are agreeing with you, you said something stupid. And the first comment is by a man who says, you are absolutely right.
Oh.
I see what
Bravo.
you did there.
Bravo.
Memes is here again. More memes. Imagine that. That's 2 panels here. First panel, it's looks like it's a merman, and there's like a whole mountain of cheeseburgers, and it's the mountain of cheeseburgers is labeled amount of people killed by God in the Bible. And the next panel is just little SpongeBob eating one cheeseburger, and it's labeled amount of people killed by Satan in the Bible.
I don't recall that story.
Yeah, I suppose you could make an argument for like, I can't even think of Satan killing anybody. Oh no, yeah. Satan killed some people. Yeah, Satan killed some people in Job. I think we have to at least fault him for it. Anyway, moving on. Job's children, etc. Okay, this is a picture of the guy tapping his forehead like, think about it. It's a pretty famous meme. And it says, if you're already late, take your time. You can't be late twice.
Oh my God, that's so deep. Life hack.
Word.
That's listen, everybody who has driven on Minnesota roads and found themselves running late for work, we've already learned this. We already know this. Nope, already late. I'm slowing down. Fear of going out, friend of the show, fear of going out, Fogo. At Fogo. Jesse at Mama Jesse C has how this all is gonna play out. 5 p.m. Come in. Thanks for coming over. 6 p.m. I'm so happy we were able to get together. 7 p.m. This is so much fun. 8 p.m. We should do this again. 9 p.m. I'm going to need you to get the fuck out of my house now. I got 4 more. The Manslayer retweets PJ Evans, who says, cars have windows and can move. Houses have windows and can't move. So it's not the windows that make the car go. It's something else entirely. And Jeldeg says, this is what ancient Greek philosophy is like. At first I was like, no, this isn't what ancient Greek philosophy. And then I remembered like Plato. I was like, oh, this is actually all of the dialogue. Exactly. Emily Murnane says, we don't need to get coffee to catch up. Honestly, I could just shoot you a text and let you know I have no updates and I'm doing bad.
Yeah.
2 more. Squeezy for real says he gets a text or DM from somebody who says, dude, it seems like women are all over you. What's your secret? And Squeezy replies in all caps, as Squeezy always replies in all caps. He says, I know what women want. This other guy says, well, what do they want? And he says, a dress with pockets. And the guy says, I don't get it. And Squeezy replies, that's why you're alone.
Oh,
get with the program.
Dude.
And my last round.
Hey, my 17-year-old said to me, she says, are you guys still making jokes about pockets? Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Until
Child.
we have equality, we
Yep.
will be making jokes about pockets.
Yep. Indeed.
Yes, child. Yes, fetus. We are making pocket jokes.
Damn. Okay.
FBTB officially pro dress pockets.
Hell yeah.
My last
Carry on,
meme
shit.
for my second to last round from The Onion. Picture of a kid carrying his lunch tray, and it says, debt-ridden 4th grader shouldn't have recklessly invested in lunch.
Oh.
You know what? Listen, I have a story about this.
Oh, God.
Real quick. This is maybe the meanest thing I've ever done in my whole life. When I was in when I was in high school, I had this friend, and he would always spend all his money on CDs. His dad would give him money for lunch, and he would spend it on CDs, and then he'd have no lunch money. So what he would do is he'd hang out at the lunch line. It was like, I don't know, like $3.75 or something for lunch, and so everybody had a quarter. And he would stand there until enough people were kind enough to give him their quarter, and he had enough quarters to buy himself lunch. He fucking did this every day, okay? And one day he was really having a hard time of it. So I eat my lunch. I'm all done. He's been standing there begging for money the whole fucking lunch hour, and he finally got enough money. He was dead last going through the line. They shut the door to the hot food behind him when he comes out. Puts his tray down, and he realizes he has 40 cents left. He can buy a cookie, and the cashier's still there. So he goes, Michael, watch my lunch. Don't let anybody touch it. I'll be right back. And he got a double lunch. That's why he was so late. He had 2 soft pretzels. So he goes back. He grabs the cookie. He comes back to the table. And in that amount of time, less than 30 seconds, I ate that man's entire double lunch. And I was so full from my own lunch that I had to fucking choke it down. The look of just complete, total despair when he realized he had trusted the wrong person. I watched him. I was so hungry. Eat that fucking cookie. That's the greatest moment of my life, man. Woo! Okay. Anyway,
Wow.
So, TD, round 3, what do you got?
Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
It's still so funny to me. I'm sorry.
I'm
you
laughing.
didn't see him, and
I like how you prefaced it as in the meanest thing I've ever done, and you were laughing to the point of tears. You're wiping tears from your face right now.
So funny. It changed our friendship. It really did, but it was fucking funny. Whew. No, okay. The end of the story is we skipped out. I said, let's just fucking get out of here. I took him to lunch. I did. I bought him a whole lunch at Subway, and I won't forget that either because he fucking bought 2 footlongs and ate them all. We were both growing boys.
Yeesh.
But he was sad for a minute.
Whose turn is it?
It is
It's your turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right, yes.
Yeah, it was my turn. I was just taking in a wash in a sea of Michael being Michael. All right. I am Awesome Sauce kicking off the third round here. I'm sorry, Michael. I love you.
Swimming in a sea of Michael.
Well, he's got a point. I mean, ew.
Anyway,
Okay.
you degenerates. All right, I am Awesome Sauce kicking off round 3. It says, I am a firm believer that every traffic jam begins with one dumbass.
Oh, yeah. Dude, usually it's a cop.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine pointed that out. At the head of every traffic jam is usually a cop.
Or an ambulance. An ambulance fucking everything up. When I get up there, it's an ambulance.
That's interesting.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Cursed Food got a packet of like 3 little soy sauce things from a Chinese takeout joint. It says these little freezer pops from the Chinese place are freaking awful. Do not recommend. So basically, this person has confused a freezy pop with a packet of soy sauce, froze it, and tried to nom on it. Ew.
Dude, I love too that it's posted by Cursed Food.
Yes, Cursed Food, friend of the show, new friend of the show.
Are they?
I said they could come to the cookout. Damn it,
they're your friends.
Fair enough. Fair. Forever Metal, friend of the show. Forever Metal. They have like what looks like a bus or a Subway advertisement. It says your teen comes home and you smell marijuana. Now what? And right next to the marijuana ad is a very Caucasian fella playing air guitar, and it says this calls for air guitar. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, I am Awesome Sauce again. It says when you finish fixing something and now it no longer works, and it's SpongeBob and Patrick looking very proud of themselves, and they're wearing hard hats.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I am every time I fix something. 360 self-love. They got a picture of this is like a Victorian era picture, maybe, of a woman wearing a nightgown, but her butt's exposed and she's laying on a bed. And it says, when you get out of the shower and suddenly you realize you've been watching YouTube on a damp towel in bed for 45 minutes. This is my wife. She can't hear me, so it's safe I can say this.
Oh man, that's good.
All right, moving on. Amito or some, I can't really. Anito.
Ain't no.
Ain't no. Okay.
Ain't no _12.
Glad you can read that. It says what I do at parties, and it's a pie chart, and there's a very small sliver of green, and about maybe 15% of the thing is blue, and that like the other 80 is like just all red, and the green is labeled talk. The slightly bigger, the bigger blue section is eat.
Fuck.
And then the ginormous red section, it says, think about whether it's okay to leave yet. I feel this so hard.
Dude, and like, dude, you guys find yourself with the hypervigilance of you know where the exits are. You've plotted pathways left and right.
You're talking to me and Michael. Yes.
Yeah. You're like, oh, that tall guy's going to be a problem. It's definitely clearer to go left.
All right, moving on.
That's cool. I didn't realize we all had that superpower. That's fantastic.
Yeah, the government pays me for mine.
Nice.
Liam Neeson, friend of the universe, Liam Neeson, post a picture of a very awkward, goofy-looking motherfucker with a horrible haircut. Says this is the guy saying the U.S. military is weak and emasculated because not only has this guy got a terrible haircut and looks like a piece of shit, his name's Donald John Trump Jr. This guy is saying the military is weak and emancipated, and this guy looks like he asks his mommy for a tit whenever he wants a snack.
That is the weirdest little Lord Fauntleroy mop hairdo I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever stylish.
No. Not even when it was stylish.
That's what I'm saying. I
You
don't
guys,
think that time
he's
exists.
never been in a fist fight. That's like
No.
fucking not one.
No.
He's only
So
ever made
obvious.
a fist. He's only ever made a fist when grabbing his dick, punching a woman, or snorting cocaine off of it.
Oh my God. This guy has no understanding what a throat punch is.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. Rich guys, am I right?
Right.
Right.
This is from me from a little over a year ago. I posted this, and it's this very huge, ginormous bowling ball looking cat sitting upright, and it says, "When you've already had chips and salsa, 2 appetizers, 3 burritos, 2 tacos, and a waiter shows up and you ask if you would like dessert, and you're just like, and this cat is just intensely looking at the camera, going, yes."
That's awesome. Dude, it looks like a fatter real life version of the little cat that waves its paw, the little Korean.
Yes, yeah, little Nico cat.
but it's so big.
Yeah, it looks like if Danny DeVito was a cat, this would be Catty DeVito.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, nothing for Catty DeVito. I pulled out gold right there. I pulled it out of thin air.
Oh, I laughed. I was just muted.
Oh, okay. I don't think
laughed.
I believe you.
I laughed, screamed,
You
and cried
should.
inside my heart.
Yeah, Menke Nico, I believe. Yes, Kenneth. Yes.
Nice.
All right, moving on. From 8 years ago, I posted this and didn't crop it properly. That's on me. It says, if you put a cow upside down and make it laugh, will milk come out its nose? And as a guy who grew up with cows, no matter how hard you try, no matter the best comedy tape you can find, ain't getting milk out them nostrils.
You make them laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely make them laugh.
You can get them upside down and make them laugh. That's easy.
Yeah, the milk's not wired to the nasal canal. That's all.
Oh
Yeah, fucking science wins again. God damn it.
Yep.
I thought this was Indiana.
Anything goes.
We sure have a hard on for making fun of each other's states, Labune.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
make a note
can't.
to do
Unfortunately,
more.
you can't spell mine.
Oh.
Because you're from Indiana.
Arkansas, bitch.
Oh my God.
Oh damn. That's actually that is spelling. That's right. I forgot that's how you spell in Indiana.
That's it. Yeah, we just enunciate shit. Like, that's spelling, right?
All right.
I
Enough
can spell
spelling.
it. Minnesota. How about that?
Jesus. What is wrong with us? A lot. All right. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, Jason Jester. He says, safety first. And it says, due to regulations, the ice hotel made entirely out of ice in Sweden must have fire extinguishers. And sure enough, they dug out a little hole in the ice wall and put a fucking fire extinguisher in a building made entirely of ice.
That's adorable.
Like, even if a fire breaks out, it's just gonna melt.
Dude, I remember an episode of the Flintstones where Fred and Barney joined because everything in Flintstones world was made of stone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it was just a good excuse to like play cards and smoke cigars, and I was like, oh, that's okay.
Jason Jester once again from
Second appearance.
Yes, in a row from Matt Atomic.
Nice.
It says it's a good thing we named most of the dinosaurs like hundreds of years ago when we were in the when all we were into was mythology and speaking Latin. If they just learned about dinosaurs now and had to name hundreds of them, there'd be a heckin' Chunkosaurus and a northern thick scaly boy.
Yeah, there would.
Yeah.
Hell yes, there would be.
King Pinosaurus. That's what I'm saying.
Floopy elephant. That would be like the mammoth. Floopy elephant.
I'm seeing a lot of Disney character names.
Word.
Tiny good boy.
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh.
Big tooth kitty cat.
Crap. Dang it. Boom. There you go.
Flawless. My second to last one here. Mercy J posts picture of Dave Chappelle telling a quote unquote joke. But this one is actually pretty good. It just says, I don't understand why weed is still considered criminal. When I smoke it, the only thing I'm a threat to is cake. And do I feel that?
That's funny.
I mean, come on. I bake things while high just so I could eat them and film it. All right, moving on.
Such a great, just such an important point though. Like, I know a lot of alcoholics. I know a lot of potheads. I have never seen somebody get so stoned they started fighting people.
No.
Can you imagine?
We eat chips and watch bad movies.
Can you imagine how slow that fight would be? Like when somebody just gets baked off their tits and is like,
it would look like a
I
fight
can't even
scene
imagine it.
It would look like a fight scene from The Matrix, only way less coordinated and no special effects for the slowness.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't pay money to watch it, because it would.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
would definitely watch. Yeah, absolutely. But like, you spend your whole life smoking weed, you end up like Cheech and Chong. If you spend your whole life drinking,
you're dead.
You end up with like 3 DUIs and like 2 domestics and like, fucking if you're lucky, Anyway.
Yeah. All right, we got to wrap this thing.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Last one. Stoner Jesus. I like him. It just says these edibles ain't shit. 45 minutes later, and it's a picture from like we'll call it an early mid-90s video game, and it's just a picture of a pizza, and it says a wizard has turned you into a pizza. Is this awesome? Yes or no? The answer is always fucking yes, because now you're pizza.
Oh my god, it'd be possible to please everyone for once.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Everybody loves pizza.
All right, well done. That's it, right?
That's it. That is. I'm done. Size more. Take it away, buddy. I'm sorry. I drug it out.
No, not at all, dude. I'm the draggerist of the dragouts here on Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm Eric in third round 3, my discombobulated round 3. This is a picture of some folks in some teal and fuchsia jumpsuit windbreaker ensemble. And it says, just a reminder that there will never be a generation who fought harder against the wind than we did.
Like, do you remember how many windbreakers you owned in the 90s?
Dude, there are people commenting with those paper cups that you find in bathrooms that have the exact same palette as these.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God. But I think my favorite was my local buddy Chris, who says, I have no idea who these people are. I just responded, they were breaking wind. What more do you need? All right, moving on. Memes to discuss in therapy. Friend of the show, Memes to discuss in therapy, reposts Blair Erskine at Blair Erskine, who says, once I ate an almond joy and broke out in hives. So I was like, maybe I'm allergic to almonds. And my dad said, or maybe you're allergic to joy. And he was right. Oh, man.
Sounds like my dad.
This next one's from Mark Hamsey, who said, GOP learns the hard way. Turning out the bass up too high blows out your speaker. I thought it was pretty good. Turning the bass up too high blows out your speaker. I don't know. It was funnier the day it was fresh. This next picture is from friend of the show, Lexi. You guys remember Lex? She's performing at the Pig with us and everything. She says, so I've been sick these past couple of days. My mother decided to drop off a care package for me, tissue paper, cough medicine, and 2 bags of dicks. And she's got a hand of these little packeted, multicolored pastel, suck a bag of dicks candies. Look at this, these little mints. Anyway, she said, needless to say.
I've never met Lex's mom, but I want to.
I know, me too. Now I'm stupid curious. Lexi used to do these awesome freaking characters at the Pig, and it was always a riot. You never had any idea what was going on. What a stitch. Anyway, glad to see she's still having fun and making me laugh. I got about 4 or 5 of these more left. This next one's, what did you call it, TD? A Victorian painting? A Victorian painting of a woman, and she's dropping a cloth, but there's a yellow star over her breast, and it says, when you realize you were wrong mid-argument, so you whip out a titty to distract him.
Why is this censored?
I just like her sly little Victorian painting smile, though. Like, boop.
But I agree, though, gentlemen. You can't tell me if your significant lady whipped out a boob in an argument, you want to be like, fuck it, you're right.
Well, you'd be off your game. All right, I got 3-4 more of these left before we can end this show. Friend of the show, Season posts Scoob at Scoob by Douchebag, who says, still punk as fuck. I whisper as I reach for my pill organizer.
This dude, I'm in this meme and I hate it. I really hate
Yeah.
Punk AF. All right, about 3 more left. Dash Dabrowski at Dash Dabrowski posts, Dr. Dre has done more to hold Marjorie Taylor Greene accountable for her crimes than the United States Justice Department and the FBI. Reposted by the Gen Z perspective who says, I still can't believe MTG is in Congress. In case you didn't hear, Marjorie Taylor Greene was sent a cease and desist by Dr. Dre for using his music in her little memes, and Dr. Dre has done more to hold her accountable than the DOJ and the FBI. So, yay! Ha ha! So many funny ones. Hey, so I got something here that I just thought of. A friend of the show, Thomas, has posted these AI things that are writing scripts and stuff. So somebody posted on there, give me the best ofs. I want to hear, the speeches of Conan the Barbarian, Fu Manchu, and Winnie the Pooh. What is best in life? And I'm just going to skip forward to Winnie the Pooh. It says, the best in life is to have a full pot of honey, knowing that it will sustain you as you watch the world around you crumble and fall. To see those you once called friends turn against each other in their desperation, all while you remain above it all, nourished by your honey.
God.
That's fucking great.
And Conan the Barbarian, which is, I love it, where it's just like, to hear the screaming of your women, to drive your enemies before you.
To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women.
The lamentations of their women. Love it. Anyway, so I love it too, but Winnie, I like just, get your honey. You know what? That's practically a philosophy. It's close. Anyway, moving on. Friend of the show, Michael Matthews Jr. posts, finally watching Tombstone for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And I posted, at first I read Flintstones.
Much less cool.
I was like, how could you have missed Flintstones?
Much less cool.
Oh, Tombstone, I get it.
Way harder.
Tombstone. Anyway, a lot of folks discussing Westerns. All right, and this is my last one for the round before we do our post with the most, and I slide it back to you, Michael. Representative Stephen Woodrow passes along, today is the day when the people who rail against BLM and CRT get to pretend they would have marched on Selma.
Yep.
Happy belated Martin Luther King Day, everybody. And there ends my round 3. Having difficulty.
The whitewashing of Martin Luther King Jr. is like America's favorite pastime once a year. All right. My post with the most comes from Jason Ives at JiveBot. It's a conversation with me and my therapist. My therapist says, "Can we unpack that together?" Me, no. I've spent several decades packing it up nice and neat.
Yes.
Resonated with a lot of folks. All right, TD, what you got? Post with the most.
All right. My post with the most comes from my Canadian friend. My one Canadian friend, as far as I know.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah. Well, talk about it, eh? Go watch the Leafs, eh? And then we'll get some poutine and then we'll drink some of the Labatt's.
No, sir. This is like just a North American impersonation you're doing. You're just all over the map. You started off kind of in Canada there, but I think you ended up in like San Jose. No, not San Jose. What's the other one?
I was if you're gonna say like Minnesota, the Dakotas, that's just South Canada, motherfucker.
Juarez. I was looking for Juarez.
Juarez?
Oh,
I don't think I went Spanish.
Juarez and El Paso. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. We'll go back and review the tape. You were Speedy Gonzalez for a second.
To be fair, fucker, nothing about me is Speedy, no matter what my wife says.
Or Gonzalez.
I think I heard what he was talking about. I remember.
Screw you guys. Canadian Fletchy posted a picture under the hashtag badly explain a story. And it just says, dude died, but they made him go to work anyway. And it's fucking RoboCop.
That's well
dude died, but they made him go to work anyway.
That is famo.
Canadian Fletchy, everybody.
All right. And my post with the most is from me, Eric Sizemore. If you're not following Eric Sizemore, yes, you are. Yes, you freaking are. I lost my post, so I'm mad. I have to scroll back to it. But 2 days ago, I posted this picture of me, my little avatar in a flannel shirt with some balloons like eyeballs. And I said, did 5 minutes of yoga yesterday. Got to be honest, I feel superior to 95% of you all. And that was my post with the most. And that, I believe, completely constitutes an episode of Facebook for the Blind for January 17th, 2023.
Woo!
We love you all.
Whoa.
Boop.
The recording has stopped.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.